skilled fighter.
This review will take a look at the Louis Monaco James Buster Douglas fight, and it ended quite controversially, and it's for one round it was an okay contest. And let me get on the screen here, if you remember this fight from back then. It'd be a quick flashback.
For the main event, Budweiser, the king of beers, presents USA Tuesday Night Fights, scheduled for 10 rounds. Former heavyweight champion Buster Douglas continues his astonishing comeback. It was one of the most stunning moments in boxing history. 42-1 underdog Buster Douglas taking out the undefeated, undisputed, and then considered unbeatable heavyweight champion Mike Tyson. The euphoria lasted 8 months when a blown-up Douglas returned for his first defense and was done in 3. Evander Holyfield was a champ. Buster Douglas was considered a chump, taking his $24 million purse and bailing out into retirement. It was last June. Douglas stepped back into the ring, a miracle in itself. 2 years prior, he was on his deathbed, in a coma, weighing 400 pounds. He's now won 4 straight fights, down to 233 pounds. His sights on the heavyweight championship.
Right now, at this point, I'm at the, I'm at the top of my game. I feel really good. I'm still excited about fighting. I'm just doing it one.
And let me advance this a bit. If you remember Douglas, he was a heavyweight champion at one time and knocked out Mike Tyson. And he was the first fighter ever to beat Mike Tyson. And
modest record of 6 wins, 6 losses, and a couple of draws. But you're looking at a very late bloomer. And first, he got the attention by taking out Peter McNeely. This is after McNeely was taken out by Tyson. McNeely, looking for a patsy, found out it was he again. And then in February, Monaco signed as an opponent, and he took out English prospect Kevin McBride, who was 19-0 in round number 5. And since that time, he has dropped and beaten Michael Dokes for whatever it is worth. Dokes ballooning to over 280 pounds. That was in his last fight. And he also fought a very close fight, losing to Trevor Berbick, another former heavyweight champion. So he's 1-1 against former world heavyweight champs, and he tonight goes for the tiebreak. Let's take a look at these 2 fighters, how they size up physically on the Castrol Syntec tail of the tape. And the story lies here, champ, with Buster Douglas, only 233 pounds. And Louis Monaco, who gives away pounds, he gives away height, and actually has a 2-inch reach advantage, but he feels that Buster Douglas may have come down too fast, too quickly, and too far, and he's going to probably try to jump on him very early. The Mississippi rule, standing 8 count is in effect, 3 knockdown rule is in effect, saved by the bell only in the final round, and scoring on the 10-point must scoring system. Now here's the champ and the blackboard.
This week on the Meineke Boxing Blackboard, former world champion Buster Douglas strength. He's a big heavyweight with a great jab. He has
red corner to my right, wearing the black trunks, weighing 224 pounds. His professional record is listed as 6 victories, 6 defeats, 2 draws. He has 3 wins by way of knockout. He hails from the Poor Boys Boxing Club in Denver, Colorado. Here is Louis Facelifter Monaco. In the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with multicolored trim, he weighs in at 233 pounds. His professional record, 34 victories, 5 defeats, 1 draw. He has 22 wins by way of
You're supposed to see the instructions in the dressing room. Listen to my commands at all times. Touch gloves, come out fighting.
Buster Douglas, when he decided to come back, was still hovering around the 300-pound mark. When he made his comeback in June, he weighed in at 244, and then all of a sudden started hitting the table again and went up to 261 for a second fight, but then he's been coming down. 255, 240 just the end of March, and tonight a svelte 233. This is just about what he weighed when he faced Tyson 7 years ago, just a couple of pounds heavier. Now, Monaco will be right on Buster Douglas. Monaco feels that Douglas has taken off too much weight too soon, and that if he puts the pressure on, that he feels Douglas is a weakened fighter because of that. Douglas trying to get into the rhythm, get that jab going.
Monaco says, I fight aggressively. My best punch is the right cross. His fight plan for tonight is low and advanced. Jump right on him right at the first because of the weight coming off of Douglas. He feels that Buster will be weak. Buster up to almost 400 pounds in retirement. He made Butterbean look like a featherweight. He wants to get down to 228. Looks like he's going to need a belt for those trunks that don't fit anymore. He's taking off so much weight. The trunks are about to fall off of him.
Remember, Monaco surprised Michael Dokes in their fight in April, put Dokes down in the first round, and then went on to win the fight. Monaco doesn't have the wing. You're not talking about an incredibly skilled fighter. He had no amateur fights, a late starter. He's a weightlifter, as you can see. He's had 14 professional fights, but he has been learning very quickly, and his idea is go in and face the better fighters. He says, you know, I started late. You know, I want to get somewhere quickly, so he's taking an accelerated course. Whoa! Takes up Douglas here in round number one.
Oh, he sure does. He rattled Douglas. Look, Douglas still stepping in post hose on his leg. He is rocked.
Monaco knows he is over his head. He knew that with Burbick. He knew that with Dokes, with McBride, as far as skill is concerned.
Look at the legs of Douglas. Look how shaky they are still. Good right hand from Monaco. Monaco, who would love to knock out Douglas.
He'll take on all comers. He says each fight he's fought, even against the ex-champs, he has learned from them. He has been taken out quickly by Jeremy Williams and Michael Grant, each in 3 rounds. Keeping his distance now and trying to lunge towards Douglas, who got the early wake-up call. Again, Douglas runs in the right hand of Monaco, who had 10 fights in 96. Third already in 97, making up for lost time. Although he did have a lot of fights, he said, growing up in Chicago on the streets.
Don't count on your record, though.
So Douglas knocked out after the bell. Louis Monaco continued forward after the bell sound, and the referee had moved in, and he put Buster Douglas down. It was not count as a knockdown. But the question of what are the effects of this shot? This is how the round ended.
It won't count as a knockout either. Watch this punch. Correct. He had been landing. There was the bell.
After the bell, Monaco.
As you can see, a big shot was landed after the bell, and he had up to 5 minutes to continue, and he opted not to, and his leg was apparently hurt, and as well as his head may not have been clear. Although in the interview his head did appear to be clear, but he did say his tendon in his leg was hurt. Let me see if I can get it in a different format on there. One moment, please. And let's see. Here's the interview.
Jeopardized the comeback. The paying audience very upset that they saw only one round of this fight. Right now, the champ is with the ex-heavyweight champion of the world. Sean?
Buster Douglas, first of all, how are you?
I'm fine. I mean, you know, I'm fine. like I say, I'm fine. My wife, I'm fine. My babies, I'm all right. Daddy's all right.
You know he hit you after the bell.
Yeah, I know.
And you know the rule about a disqualification. You get 5 minutes to rest. Knowing that, did you decide just to sit on the stool and take the disqualification?
No, I didn't take a disqualification. It was a bizarre situation, you know. It was unfortunate that it happened. You know.
Did you feel that you couldn't continue after the 5 minutes of rest?
Well, it was like I said, it was pretty bizarre, you know. Kind of wild and confusing, you know.
It is bizarre. That's why we're going to take a look at it, and I'd like to hear what you think of that. Do you remember any of this, Buster?
Yeah, I remember the first round.
Yeah. He tagged you a little bit earlier with that right hand, but then he tagged you at the bell.
Well,
Drop your guard.
See, the referee came between.
Right after the bell.
You know what?
As you can see, the referee was between the two fighters, and the other, Monaco, threw a right punch that hit him, and he fell to canvas. Looks like his leg twitched a bit, so his leg may have been hurt. And then looks like for the interview here, his head was clear. But he won by disqualification since the other fighter threw a shot after the bell. And if you remember this fight from back then, hopefully it's a quick flashback. And that'll do it.